Oh, you guys probably can't understand me, right? All right, first thing I'm gonna do is get rid of the fucking squeaky chair. All right, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? Good? Good. Great. Grand. Super. Wait for a couple more heads to jump in. Wild, wild, wild day. James Young, what's up? Fabian. Loaded up on Green Thumb. You know, it's funny. I actually almost jumped in Green Thumb for a swing. I did Canopy instead. Nice. Hey, XRP gal. Fancy meeting you here. Okay. So, kind of a shit show in the market, right? It's guys. I keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it until I'm right. I can't understand how the market is holding up. I mean, I do understand, right? It's unlimited QE. QE is, fancy talk for quantitative easing. Fancy talk for quantitative easing means Fed buying, paper. Okay. Yeah. It should be dumping, as you guys say. Look, you guys see everything that I see in the market. I just had this conversation with somebody in TTG about 20 minutes ago. We were just kind of talking about how, dumb money is being rewarded right now. So, look, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being the dumb money. Right now, I would love to be the dumb money. The problem that I'm having, and we all have problems, is wrapping my head around just kind of the basic logic of, just basic logic. It's like everything that we're doing right now is just kind of defying gravity. Okay. You get into a position, like fundamentals out the window, like they don't matter right now. Fundamentals, who cares? Who cares that something's trading at like a 700 multiple? Who cares that, for like DraftKings is just out of control? One of the guys in TTG, John Mack, was talking about it today. How for every $1 that DraftKings making, you're paying $700 for it. Like the valuations are just out of control. We know that. This isn't anything new. S&P 500 is trading at like a 23, forward earnings like number. The figure's out of control. 23 PE basically. When we were at the top, it was trading at an 18, and we're 35 million unemployed, 103,000 people dead from coronavirus. But we got 0% interest rates. We got riots going on, curfews. I mean, guys, are you guys getting alerts on your phone like that curfews are in place? I got one tonight. There's a curfew. It's absolutely nuts. Oh, Slumdog Millionaire. Oh, Slum Rob Millionaire. Yeah, RGR, right? So I actually didn't get into RGR, and I'll tell you why. Because I was up till like 1:30 in the morning, even later, actually. I think I got into bed at 1:30. I was just watching futures all night, because I just couldn't. I was like, where are all the buyers? I just see sellers. It'll be like sell, 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 and then it'll be like one buy, and then it'll be like up a quarter of a point. And I'm like, what the hell? That doesn't make any sense. So, normally I would have gotten up early, bright and early, and just fucking, hit that pre-market order. RGR, 68. What did it go to? What was the high today? So it closed at 62 yesterday. Let's take a look. Boom, boom. So look, guys, if you guys were able to get in on that, good job. Good effing job. Hit $70 today. Hit $70. Yesterday it was 62, or Friday it was 62. So yeah. Let's some other things. Walmart was up today. Home Depot was down. Insurance companies up. It was just like crazy land. I thought that the easiest trade that I had would be my real estate shorts. Real estate up 5.2%. How do you trade that? Okay. It's nuts. It's absolutely insane. But, look, this is kind of what I want to tell you. And this is what I told somebody tonight. I go, we are creating all of these little mini pockets of bubbles, okay, all over the place in different sectors. Zoom hit 208 after hours. They've got earnings tomorrow. I was like, oh, should I get 150 puts? No, I can't get 150 puts. That's insane. If they miss, 150. Watch. It'll be like that. And then I'm going to be like, why didn't you get 150 puts? Yeah, those gun calls do suck. I don't like buying stuff like that, but, it's like make money in the market where you can, because shit's not easy. And as I was saying before, like if you're some of the dumb money and they're like, hey, I'm just killing it. I'm killing it on options. Just take your profit and realize that the money is not going to be like this forever. All right. Not by a long shot. You do not want to end up honey dicking yourself. All right. So tomorrow's Tuesday. Okay. Which brings me to TTG Tuesday for you guys that aren't in True Trading Group with me. And some of you are on here. That's the link to get the free token. Strangle on Zoom are the earnings after hours, John? I don't know if they're pre-market or what. Yeah, I think a strangle on Zoom is probably smart. I just don't see how they're going to justify 208. Do you guys see how they're going to justify 208? I don't know. So for Zoom, if the earnings are after hours, yeah, definitely do a strangle. Don't go crazy. Buy one put, buy one call. I wouldn't get the call too much further ahead, maybe $10. And I would get the put maybe $20. So hopefully it runs up into earnings. So I'd love for it to go to like 215, 220 tomorrow. Because then I think it ends up being like Roku, where it just sells off, So I'd rather be in a situation where I'm buying, a couple 230 calls and a couple 200 puts, and one of those cancels it out. But look, I lean more towards puts. You could always do a strangle, not for, you know what? It's midweek. So you might be able to trade your way out of either one, right? And actually both might pay if you catch it on the right end. So, yeah, Furman, I think, definitely could be a sell the news. Look, Google, Facebook, they all have like Zoom capabilities. Zoom isn't properly monetizing. I mean, look, I got Zoom. I got like Zoom Pro. It cost me like nothing. Oh, Zoom after close. Thank you. those premiums are too high for Zoom, you don't have to buy a lot. Buy one. Buy a straddle. I mean, no, the straddles will be expensive. You want to be, if it's 210, you can buy a 215 and a 205. A 205 put, a 215 call. That's the way I would do it. What's up, Ghost Trader? So yeah. So anyway, look, tomorrow's going to be just another fucking wacky day. I don't know if you guys saw the president's speech. And I don't want to get into politics. You guys kind of know where I stand. I'm a Republican. I'm just like scratching my head. This is all just fucking ridiculous. What's my take on VTIQ? I've never traded VTIQ, buddy. I know that we have in TTG. That's more of a TTG question, but shit. 18% today. Nothing to sneeze at, but let's look at this thing. Yeah, I'd take profit, man. I would take profit. No, how is, guys, you're going to run into this as an investor, as a trader, okay, where fundamentally you are 100% correct. Everything makes sense. And you're going to be like, okay, fucking burning cities down. Insurance companies are going to have like huge payoffs. Businesses aren't going to be making money. Like Walmart's, Target's destroyed, looted. And what happens? Stocks up. Fuck it. We don't care. We got insurance money. Yeah, riots are terrible. Virus is terrible. China trade war is terrible. 35 million people being unemployed, terrible. 102,000 people dead. That's 10 times the population of the town I grew up in. It'd be like 10 of my towns dying. That's nuts. Think about that. If you grew up in like a small town, that's your whole town dying. Your neighbor dead. And I remember when the administration was saying, "Oh, if 60,000 people died, we would view that as a failure." Now every day they're like, "We're doing an incredible job. We're doing an incredible job. This is amazing." Basir, that is the $1 million question. Okay, so here's the thing on DRV and SRS. You guys know that I've traded this, that I've been in this trade since March, basically, okay? And when I first got into DRV, I got in at, just over 20 bucks. First time I sold it was $25.98. Then I sold some at $28.70. And then I sold some at 32. When it made that huge jump into the 30s, that happened over 3 days. It basically went 40% in like 3 days, maybe more. Maybe it went 50%. I don't know. Not that much. But you get the point. SRS went from 18 and all of a sudden it's 23. All right. So that went up like 30%. So I got out of SRS. I got out of DRV most of my position. I got out of SRS completely. Now I bought back SRS at 1785, which was the lowest I got it before. DRV, I got back into it at 19 something. All right. And I'm just like, okay, like, it's not going to be an easy trade, but it's also one of those things that when it goes, it's going to go big. So I wouldn't look, my stop loss on DRV, just because I don't want to give up any of that profit, is like 16 bucks. All right. For SRS, it's like 15. All right. And I could have a lower stop loss for SRS because I was trading it back and forth. At least SRS was moving and swinging. So I actually traded that one a lot more. DRV was just kind of like buy and hold, and then it was like trim. And then like I remember I bought it back at 28. So no, it wasn't 28.70 I sold it. It was 29.70 I sold it at. And I said, all right, stop loss on this position is 27. And I stuck to it because I was like, look, if this thing goes down to 27, it'll probably go down a little bit further. I thought maybe it would go down to like 24, 25, and then that's it. I didn't think it would just kind of make this move. So I'm still definitely short real estate. It's one of those trades where fundamentally it doesn't make sense to me that the ProShares real estate ETF was up 5.2% today. On what news? Every number that matters in real estate is bad. Okay, forbearance up, defaults up, supply up. I mean, think about it. We had the pending home sales number last Thursday. It was so bad. I thought on that, this thing would just rocket up. And it should have. It was green like that, and then it went red. So it's definitely trading with the SPY for some reason. Yeah, the small caps have been great in TTG. You know what? Still though, I hate small caps. I hate trading small caps. So if you want to trade the small caps tomorrow, because I'm guessing we are definitely going to trade small caps, and this is how you register tomorrow. Okay, so that's free. So you get a free token. If you're new here, you should subscribe and everything. Like, comment, whatever. But I'm curious to see what your thoughts are. If DRV goes down more, should you be afraid of a reverse split? I don't think that it would reverse, where it is right now. I think but I'll be out when it gets to that point when I'm thinking like this thing could reverse split. I think probably it would have to go under $10 for that to happen. I just don't see it happening. I don't see how the real estate news is going to get so bad. But remember, you're basically in a 3x leverage thing, vehicle that is risky as it is, but that's why you can get a move within a 30-day period that can be 50%, So if it basically makes the move that it made like 3 weeks ago, you're looking at almost an 80-90% return if this thing gets back to 33. I mean, it's like a 90% return. When will we get volume on Green Thumb and True Leaf? When they start marketing to outside people and stop they run really bad investor relations programs. People think that investor relation programs are basically to pump stock. No. The idea behind an investor relations program, like a campaign, a marketing campaign, is to educate people on the company and present them the opportunity to invest and to become shareholders. It's not about getting the stock from point A to point B. It's just, when a stock goes up, it's just a byproduct of more people getting into it. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I like DRV. If I'm looking at long-term calls, I'd probably be looking at like $30 calls, but I think it could be at $30 in July or August or, mid-June. So yeah, look, I think if you give yourself enough time, then yeah, that can be a really good option. Thoughts on GMed? I have no idea what GMed is. Sorry. Joe Canada, are you talking about companies like GTech? Yeah, look, a lot of those companies that are just being held up, they're not being held up. They just don't have sellers. But they also don't have buyers, so they're just not moving. Any thoughts on Shop? I think Shop is a giant pig. Would I short it? No. There's definitely a pattern in Shop of when it pulls back. I haven't looked at it enough and stared at it enough on like a daily basis. But yeah, I think if Shop goes back to, it'll probably go back to 800. So, maybe buy 800 calls. But I would short it, it doesn't make sense to me. But nothing's making sense. Why are airline stocks like ripping faces off? I mean, relatively speaking, they're up like 10%, 20%. I mean, they did get hammered, but I'm not flying. I think that the thing that we have to worry about is now with the riots and everything, it's just kind of a surge. But we're not even talking. The crazy thing is how quickly we switch gears from talking about coronavirus every single day to now we're just talking about riots, and it's like nobody's even fucking talking about coronavirus, which is just insane. So, and I'm not like a media. I'm not like, I don't like to shit on the media, but they just make it too easy for people that, for dissenters. Because to an extent, like, it's fucking true, everything's a hot topic while it is. Like, the protests don't really affect me. They affect me from, seeing shit that I don't want to see. Like, I don't want to see people die. I don't want to see people like destroying their own neighborhoods. I don't want to see cops act like just disgusting human beings when, some of my best friends are cops and they're just awesome people. I just hate seeing that shit because I know that that's not a representation of the people that I know and the people that I interact with. I understand that that's not always the case, but that's just kind of my perspective. Doesn't change the fact that I don't want to have to explain to my daughter why it's not a movie that she just saw, that it's actually real life, and get into, explaining to her, civil rights and, like the issues that are, we face. But Jesus. Yeah, airlines. Yeah, exactly, Furman. I don't see travel getting any better. Airline stocks are up. I don't see it's. I mean, guys, real estate is the biggest canary in the coal mine right now. We just have like cities on fire, places on fire, and real estate was up today. I thought that would be the sector that you just stayed away from, but people, everybody's like, nah, I'm good. Futures barely red. I mean, third of a point. Which specific REITs do I have my eye on? I'm not shorting REITs. I'm doing all ETFs. So I'll tell you just the ones that I'm in real estate wise are SRS and DRV. Those are the symbols. I haven't played REC, which is REK, or like I haven't shorted ProShares Ultra Real Estate, which is URE. So like, yeah, Ultra Shares Real Estate, the high today was 54.65, closed up 4.6%. So it closed at 53.98. But I think like financials and everything is going to be impacted from real estate, and it's going to be really tough for the Fed to do anything about people losing their homes and just an oversupply of commercial real estate. So that's why, But trust me, it's fucking painful to watch every day. It's not only painful to watch; it's fatiguing because you're in a position, you're like, that you're right. All the data is telling you you're right, but the only thing that matters is telling you that you're wrong. And the only thing that matters is price action. So perception is going to dictate price, or in this case, Fed pump is going to dictate price. Yeah, RJ, you know it. Thoughts on Power REIT? I love Power REIT. I actually took profit on Power REIT today. I finally got over that $25 mark. So Power REIT, since March, it's been my best performing stock. And I was in Power REIT before March, but I got like heavy into it. So my average is 870. So I'm absolutely killing it. So I'm happy. Yeah, maybe when good news comes, a rug pull will come. Yeah, it's possible. Look, I just think that the sentiment is going to change really quickly in the market, and we just have to be ready for it. I just don't understand. I don't understand some of the valuations. I also just don't understand like how they can just keep doing it. I get the function, like, hey, we could print more money, but at some point, as the old people say, the chickens are going to come home to roost. At some point, this is, we're going to have to deal with this. And that's the thing that's so telling. When the last time Powell spoke, he said, the debt is concerning, but it's something that we can deal with when we've got low unemployment, low joblessness, the market is strong, and all XYZ. We weren't dealing with it when we were at an all-time high. Actually, the Fed was still doing repos at an all-time high, just getting everybody out. I mean, also look at the money flow into the market. There's trillions of dollars that is just not in the market right now. And you wonder why it's like a hot knife through butter when there's any kind of bad news. Like today we were just grinding all the way up, like just coasting, and then we just stay in this level and we just do this without the sound effect, of course. But, then Trump gives a little pep talk to everybody. And the things like, like escalator up, elevator down. And it's not even going to be elevator down. It's going to be like you get into a fucking elevator and there's going to be a monkey with some, bolt cutters and just snap that cable and see you. So, market should have been down. Nobody disagrees. So how do you trade a market like this? I think that the way that you trade it is just kind of being, especially when you're not like, I wouldn't hold options overnight if you didn't have to. I wouldn't hold puts anyway, because the way it is, unless you were really right, and there's like some fundamental like headline risk specific to the company you're targeting. If it's something that's moving with just like the macro environment, you're not getting paid to be in puts. So tomorrow, so that's a token. Guys, how many of you are new here? Have seen this stream, or is this my little community that I love? So if you're new, maybe subscribe. If you're really interested in cannabis, I'm going to tell you this again. You should look at 2 videos ago. It was an upload, me interviewing Todd Harrison. I think it's a good one to watch. Today, actually, I traded Canopy, believe it or not. I took a swing position. I got out, and at 1585 and at 1595, first take profit was 1545. Second take profit was, did I say 1545? First take profit was 1645. Second was 1666. Third was 1685. And then I got out of the rest of my position at 1640. But I'm still holding call options in that. I'm holding the 1750 calls that expire this week. Yeah, this is just kind of where my head's at, right? So, Mark, you were saying the 1650s paid. So did the 16s. And, today, I just didn't feel like trading options, honestly. I was just like, it was like one of those days where I was just like a little bit dejected by the way that the market was moving. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to trade options today. I'm just going to swing trade a stock. I'll trade the options that I have. I'll scalp a little here and there, but I wasn't like, usually when I'm scalping, I'll make like 50 trades in one security in a day. So yeah, I just didn't have it. I just didn't have the energy for it today. It also didn't help that I didn't get much sleep. A lot of options aren't moving how they should, Ashley. You are 1,000% correct. They're not moving. Remember when we were in those SRNE puts? That SRNE put, if you guys watch my channel, you've heard me complain about it. I got $6 SRNE puts. Okay, so when I bought them, it was like $6.50. So finally, it gets down to 6. The option doesn't move. Okay, it drops 50 cents, 60 cents, doesn't move. Gets down to 15.50, doesn't move. Gets down to 5.50, doesn't move. Gets down to 5, doesn't move. And this is like 2 days. I thought that I was going to have to exercise the thing. Finally, it gets to 2.35. My entry was 2.10. All right, the option went down $1.60. The option only moved 25 cents. Meanwhile, if you had calls, they were like frustrating. So yeah, options they're trading like shit. Well, put options definitely. And some of the options that I really want to get into, the spreads are just like Like, how can I, I don't want to get into a spread. Like, if I was looking at, I was looking at Canopy today, and I think I was looking at 1750 June 12th calls. Because I was like, oh, maybe I'll need more time on these. The spread was like 50 cents. It's just nuts. It's taking place in Mark now. Yeah. Thoughts on Liberty Health? Stay away from Liberty Health. Like, I think that those companies like the Ianthus, the Liberty Health are just garbage. I'm not saying that you can't buy it because they are super cheap and, they could have pops, but, they're trades, they're not investments. I don't like either of those as, something that like I would put any kind of money into. I just did a private placement today. That ate up a ton of my day. That was fun. So, for a mushroom company, I'm actually excited about it. It goes public in September. Oh. Ah. Travis, you're the man. Yeah, guys, for you guys that are in TTG, Mike does this all the time. Like, are you guys liking your time in there? Where is the interview with Todd? Hold on, I'll pull it up for you. I can help you with that. If you bear with me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I'm just going through my timeline. All right, here we go. It's in here. On that tweet. So, what up, B? What's up, Steph? I'm looking at you. Looking at your tiny picture. Looking at your tiny picture, babe. Ooh, Virgin Galactic leap calls. Did I teach myself to trade? Yes, I actually did teach myself to trade. I had the benefit of making a stupid amount of money early on, getting really lucky, then giving part of that money back, and then being like, shit, I really want to keep this money. Maybe I should, have a strategy. So, yeah, self-taught, no lessons. What movie? What movie? Come on. First one to say it, I will follow on Twitter. Okay? What movie? Come on. That's a great movie reference. Let me say it again. That's because... No, it's School of Rock. Get out of here. I'll say it again. That's because I'm the greatest guitar player that ever lived. Self-taught, no lessons. And he goes like this. And he's got a drink in his hand and he's drunk. God. Wedding Singer. Yes. 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 Steve Buscemi. Ashley, send me a message on Twitter and I will follow you back. God. Great movie. Puts for the media blackout event. Yeah. Guys, if you guys send me a message on Twitter, I'll follow you anyway. That's a little known fact. I don't follow a lot of people on Twitter. I think I've got under 1,000 followers, but if you send me a message, send me a DM and say, hey, Wolf, I watched your stream on YouTube. Can you follow me back? I'll follow you back. I'm not like a follow back snob. I'm a man of the people, baby. Apple puts for the media blackout event. I wouldn't go puts on Apple probably until this thing hits 25 bucks, 325, 322. And the only reason, and here's how I would do it. If it hits 325, I'm going to do 322.50 puts. Like if it got to 322.50 today, and actually it probably did, I would have done 320 puts. So I'm going to go with the strike that's out of the money. But trust me, Apple really wants to hit that all-time high again. Roku, I talked about Roku last week. I said I wanted 111 calls last week. I never got them. We ended up hitting 113 today. What did Roku do? Yeah. 114.20. That was a good one. It was like just high target area. What do you use to follow futures? Chris, go to investing.com or go on your phone and you can download the app for investing.com and create like your own little watch list. I'll show you. Here's my phone. See, I got my futures watch list. That's simple. You can see, guys, I really don't like talking to people during the day. I got a couple missed calls, couple missed messages. 3,366 emails. Fun. Do I think Ianthus will be bought out? I think maybe segments of Ianthus will be bought out. It depends if the creditors will go for it. Jason, your favorite number of likes? 30. Motherfucker. Any thoughts on Netflix? I think it's pretty crowded. I think it's crowded. I think Netflix is overvalued. I would be taking profit on Netflix. Now, does that mean I'm going to rush into puts? No, probably not. I think that if you want to short Netflix, you can short it, but you're probably better off just straight shorting it than trying to guess where it's going to go. Do I use technical analysis? Yeah, I use technical analysis. But, for the most part, I'm trading within like a channel and understanding how specific stocks trade and understanding cause and effect in the market. At least I think I understand cause and effect, because right now cause and effect is just making no fucking sense. The only cause and effect that really paid out today was Ruger. I could always depend on people, on gun stocks going up when there's civil unrest. Oh, Johnny B, I'm sorry. My thoughts on Zoom earnings. Yeah, I talked about this earlier. I think maybe doing a strangle on earnings. I don't understand how it's 208. Do you understand? And I know, Johnny, you've been doing straddles lately, straddles and strangles, and I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. You are managing risk appropriately. So straddles suck, strangles. Oh, you're funny. Fed gun is out for futures. You end up even all the time. You'll get better at it, but you're not losing money. That's the important thing. Fed money gun. Fuck, 5 minute. 30 minutes ago it was neutral. 5 minutes ago it's strong buy. Yeah, Fed money again. How low was it? It wasn't that bad. Well, fuck, it was down $1. Do I think oil will keep pushing up? I think oil is one of those things. Like I looked at Oxy calls today, and I just missed it. I looked at a lot of options today. The options that I wanted the most, I didn't get. So I really wanted BYND puts, but it didn't get to. It didn't get high enough. I wanted to be at like 140 to buy puts, and it just didn't get there. Fuck, man, I'm so thirsty. So thirsty. Dying. What do I think about the soybean situation? Oh, so China is not buying soybeans? I think there is a cause and effect trade there. If they're going to stop buying agricultural products, you probably want to look at puts in John Deere, and maybe some of the other chemical companies that deal in agriculture. So the ag tech companies are the ones that are going to suffer. Guys, I'm a founder of a magic mushroom company. There, I said it. ACB calls June 5th, 14 maybe. I'd say give yourself more time on ACB. You're going to buy Zoom calls and go. Any samples? No, look, none of the mushroom companies that I'm doing deal in actual psychedelics. It's more of the study. And I'm not like a founder. I just, I was involved really early on before it was anything. And I kind of strong-armed them. So I'm one of the founding investors, which is nice because it's going to be a really good company and they got really good people on the board. And it's not an RTO, which thank God. Sybin. Yes, James Young. That's the one. So I am the proud owner of 735,000 shares and 250,000 warrants. Or is it 265,000 warrants? I don't know. You guys want to know a little trick? If you ever do a private placement. So when you're in a private placement, you have a lockup period where your stock is restricted. Okay. All right, guys, what I'm about to tell you is gold. Okay. So listen, we'll get into like how to do private placements on another thing. So when I buy private placements, generally I buy two. Okay. I buy some in my name and I buy some in my wife's name. Okay. Now these private placements tend to run up. Okay. Think about like the people that are in TrueLeave at $2. Okay. When it's high, you can donate your stock. So let's say you own Tilray. Okay. And let's say you were locked up. Say you had 100,000 shares or 50,000 shares of Tilray. And this thing ran to fucking $300. You could donate, because you're never going to be able to sell 300. That price isn't. You could donate your stock, and you can get $300 a share times 50,000. Say 10,000. Okay, that's $3 million. Now the IRS will allow 33% of that to go against your taxes. So if you just donated 10,000 shares of Tilray, the day it hit 300, you get it medallion stamped, you'd get $3.3 million tax credit. So when you do private placements, you buy some in your name and you buy some in your wife's name. Donate yours when it's at a high. Okay, you can even donate the warrants. That will pay for your position or your wife's position, plus give you a nice tax credit. The more you know. Darden is at $79. Yes, Darden is a great short, but I still wouldn't short it. I tried shorting Darden once. They had nothing but bad news. Nobody goes to the Olive Garden, and the thing went up. What is Truliev's ticker? It's TCNNF or TCNFF in the US, and it's TRUL on the CSE. Who do I donate the shares to? You could actually donate it to nonprofits. Schwab has a nonprofit, or, all right, guys, we're really getting out of the weeds here, or you can create your own nonprofit. And it has to have a specific mission statement, and you really, you could donate it to your own nonprofit, and then manage it and take a fee for managing it. I have a friend that's the CEO of a company, a marijuana company. I'm not going to say which one, so don't ask. And his stock was illiquid, but he has a super, super low float. He bought the stock up to $5 and then donated and got it medallion stamped on that day. And he was all the volume, and it only took him like $5,000 to give him for his market cap to jump. And this is a couple years ago. And he donated those shares and got I think it was like $1.5 million tax credit. Nuts. Yeah, this year I did. I bought $30 puts. Those just went. Is that not illegal? It's not illegal. It's definitely walked some kind of line. MRMD. MRMD. Yeah, I wouldn't touch it. There's issues with MRMD. Yeah, you just don't want to be in that company, period. Oh, cool. Hope you took profit. Yeah, you got Johnny B. You're definitely right. You got to be dirty if you want to be that rich. Guys, I know rich people that do some fucking dirty shit. Dirty. That's why they're all so upset that GNC filed for bankruptcy. GNC is and I haven't worked it all out, but GNC is people just laundering money through owning GNCs. Nuts. Look, being in Miami, South Florida, it's where people get their MBA in criminality. You have a strangle. That's funny. All right, guys. Well, it's 9:30. I'm glad that we have. Basir, yes. If NVAX gets to 60, I will short it. Spill it. The rich people dirty tricks. So many dirty things. Guys, I've seen some shit. I've definitely, guys and girls, I've seen some shit. It's funny because I've seen some shit that would not be very kosher to share with your wife. And I'm like, I'm sharing it with my wife because I was like, I don't ever want to be tempted to do any of this or use any of these services. Would I keep accumulating GTBIF above 12? No. There's a website, it's called Stateside Cannabis Investors. They have the dates for the unlocks, and GTBIF, if I'm not mistaken, has an unlock over the summer. Curaleaf has an unlock July 1st of 16 million shares. Trulieve, obviously, we know 55 million shares July 25th. Don't change the subject. One of my business partners, his cousin, has a this is fucked up. Now, I've never partaken. Let me say this. I've seen some things and a lot of stuff I do not agree with. But this one, I was just like, wow, it's just fucking genius. The scumfuckery level is just like top notch. So his cousin owns a sport fishing company in Panama. Okay. Well, sport fishing, you know, you go down there, you do these packages. It's like not really a spa, whatever, but guess what? It's not really a sport fishing place. It's like a super high-end brothel. And when you rack your credit card, it comes up as like sport fishing. So yeah. How much do I like Blazerian's company? I just don't like Dan Blazerian. No, Megan, you got to know this stuff. So if you ever see like sport fishing on a credit card statement, you know, I have a prenup, so, and I just love my wife. So the trick is, guys, if you get married, marry somebody younger. You know, then it's like your wife is your mistress. And that's how my wife is. My wife is my mistress too. It's perfect. And guys, honestly, I don't sleep enough as it is. I got enough shit to worry about. You know, don't cheat on your wives. And girls, don't cheat on your husbands. Just get divorced. It's so much easier. But, you know, don't marry somebody you think that you could ever fucking cheat on. Rule 1. My wife knows that I don't fish, XRP gal. No, I told her. Of course I tell my wife. I tell my wife everything. My wife has all my logins for everything. Not that she's like ever been curious, but like I've seen her on my Twitter before, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm going through your Twitter." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Oh, I'm just, you know." She's like, "I don't have Twitter." So it is what it is. It's funny though, but be a good husband. It's much cheaper if you just, you know, get divorced and you leave on good terms versus, you know, getting blown up. Because trust me, people get vindictive. What do I think of Trip? You know, I was excited for Trip. I didn't think that they would do basically a bought deal this early. You know, it's my friend's company. So Todd Shapiro is a very good friend of mine. I'll probably have him on here. But look, I got no position. I was going to trade it, but I got preoccupied. Now I don't kind of see the point. You know, I'm going to be, in this magic mushroom company now, Cybin. It's not even public yet. And yeah, and that's it. And my other magic mushroom companies like MindMed and Shroom. So yeah. All right, guys. So anyway, let's wrap this up. But before I go, for you guys that are new, tomorrow, and you guys that aren't even new, that just aren't even in there, that's the code to join True Trading Group. Not join, but to register so you can come in for free tomorrow. Okay, do it. All right. Don't be stupid. It literally doesn't cost you anything. And if anything, you'll get a good couple of trade ideas and kind of see how True Trading Group kind of functions and what the community is like, because that's really the most important thing. So yeah. All right, guys. So, 43 likes. Thank God you didn't leave me in the 30s. Yeah, there's a lot. Look, there's a lot of people on here that are in TTG. If they didn't like TTG, trust me, they wouldn't say good things about it. All right. So I want you to come in, trade with us. Hopefully, there's some good trades that line up, or especially options trades. But yeah, it should be fun regardless. All right. All right, 50, cool. All right, guys and girls, my beautiful girls that are on here, my beautiful women, because you're not girls, sorry. All right, guys, I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in bed. Actually, I'm going to go drink about a gallon of water because I'm so thirsty. I'm going to go smoke a doob. And then I'm going to nerd out and reread a book and hopefully fall asleep pretty quickly. All right. Thanks for watching. And, if you have any questions, put them down, because my channel is small right now. I can answer all of your questions in the comments. And remember, guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter or you want me to follow you, just send me a message. But you have to put in this code, okay? This is the code that you have to put in if you want me to follow you. All right? Now, I'm not going to follow you back unless you put that code in. Take care, comb your hair. All right? So unless you put that code, no follow back. All right? And again, that's for the token for TTG, okay? As I try not to take myself too seriously, obviously I came on with a Chewbacca mask, okay? Got to keep your head level. He dies at the end. Okay, see you later.